Hello everyone, I'm Steve Fontaine, and this is my true dating story. It was about 6 months ago when Jeff, my best friend, texted me that he had met the girl of his dreams from an online dating site. He texted me pictures of him with her, and I had to agree that she was quite a beauty. Jeff was a good-looking guy, with a great body, a perfect set of white teeth, and he had a job that paid him well into 7 figures. Landing a hottie on the regular was a breeze for my homie. I didn't have it anywhere near as nice as Jeff in any physical department. My teeth resembled Tetris pieces. I had a beer gut, although I didn't drink alcohol, and I worked at a grocery store making like $12 an hour. It was an honor to be Jeff's wingman, especially when some hottie he was seeing wanted him to go out with her friends on a double date. Being his wingman did have its drawbacks, especially when I was standing next to him in a room full of women, making me feel super inadequate in every way. But it did score me quite a few lays with one of his girlfriend's unattractive friends. Jeff then told me that he'd been invited to a masked party, and that his girlfriend told him to bring a male friend or two to the party. Naturally, because I'm always Jeff's wingman, I assumed that he would invite me to tag along, and of course, my buddy didn't fail me. It had been months since the last time that I had wingmaned for Jeff, and although being next to my friend made me feel like a loser, I was hopeless without him in the women department. I couldn't even get a date, let alone a woman to acknowledge me in that time. I was Jeff's dorky wingman, but he was my grandmaster facilitator into the world of putting notches on my bedpost. Fast forward to the night of the party. We pull up to this mega mansion, get ID'd, get handed name tags, park his car, and then we put our masks on. I look in the mirror at myself and instantly regret agreeing to go to this party. But I was desperate for a little bump and grind. Before we leave the car and head to the party, Jeff grabs my name tag and gives me his. I guess he thought something like that would be funny, but I could care less and played along. We go inside this incredible mansion. Dance, eat, drink, and party. The place is packed. Jeff had looked for his date for about an hour before he decided that he was ready to go home, and he was angry for feeling stood up. I, on the other hand, had met someone hot, and we were hitting it off. I laughed to myself every time she called me Jeff, and she seemed more excited about my name than anything else. But whatever, I thought. I told Jeff to dip out if he wanted to, because I'd just been invited to this chick's room, and I might be gone a while. 30 minutes and 5 drinks later, I'm lying on this woman's bed with nothing on but my mask and my Cheetah underwear. She encourages me to do some obnoxious things on her bed, and I look like an idiot, but I played along, hoping to seal the deal with this one. She then got up and told me that she was going to change in the other room and give me the surprise of my life. I knew I was going to get lucky that night. A couple of minutes turned into 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, and then after 20 minutes, I knocked on her door. No response. I waited, knocked, waited, and knocked again, calling her name, but nothing. And then I heard laughter and her say to open the door. I opened the door, and to my surprise, a bunch of partygoers were standing there, laughing and pointing at me. I stood there for a minute, mortified. I finally turned, get dressed, went looking for Jeff, and when I couldn't find him, I left the party and texted my friend. He had left the party early and was back on his way to pick me up. 30 minutes later, and after a bunch of jeering, laughter, and torture I had to endure from the party's guests aimed in my direction, Jeff finally made it. I go to get in the front seat of Jeff's car, but he points to the back. Jeff had a chick in his car, but it wasn't the girl he was seeing. We drive away, and Jeff gets a call from the girl he was seeing, explaining what had happened and that it was meant for him as a joke, and not for me to get caught up in the middle of. She apologized to him for not trusting my two-timing friend and for embarrassing me. Before he ended the call, she told Jeff one more thing. He laughed, told her he would relay the message to me, ended the call, turned to me, and said, "Nice underwear, Cheetah Panties." That was months ago, and everyone still calls me Cheetah Panties. Thanks, Jeff.